It's over 40 years now since a revolution which offered the people of Iran so much hope was hijacked by a cruel and ugly theocracy that has condemned people to a life of mental and physical slavery. It's denied people freedom of expression and the right to grow and blossom. It's twisted and distorted religious beliefs to fit its own lust for power, and it's maimed and killed those who dare to oppose it. But through all this, the resistance movement, the NCRI, has endured. No matter what the suffering, the regime can't silence the chants of down with dictators, down with the supreme leader. The game is over. Those chants which ring out ever louder across Iran today. The Iranian people know there is an alternative, that a different future is possible, that the NCRI and Mariam Rajavi can lead the country to a democratic future. And that prospect of a free, secular democracy is what this regime fears most. That's why they try so hard to damage the image and reputation of the opposition, both at home and abroad. I've seen their efforts firsthand. My late friend, Lord Robin Corbett of Castle Vale, published a report on their activities as long ago as 2007, titled Spying for the Mullahs, Iran's Agents in the United Kingdom. In it, he detailed how British members of Parliament who speak out about the lack of freedom in Iran or the excesses of the regime are bombarded by misinformation about the Iranian opposition. Sometimes they're contacted directly by the Iranian embassy. More commonly, they're contacted by agents of the regime, as I was, who claim to be disaffected members of the PMOI. They promulgate the most lurid tales in an attempt to win sympathy and backing for the mullahs and tarnish the reputation of the opposition. But we're not stupid. And this is a very old propaganda trick practiced by dictators the world over. Just recently, the MOIS was forced to admit that it employs agents in Tehran's psychological unit against the PMOI, only to then find itself criticised because of its inefficiency, because of the growing numbers now supporting the opposition. It doesn't matter what the regime does. It's finished. I mentioned this back in Parliament a few months ago when I noticed that one sign of the regime's diminishing power is its inability to even conduct a successful propaganda war. People aren't fooled by their agents or the outrageous claims of their proxy terrorist movements. Just recently, politicians on both sides of the Atlantic have signed the Transatlantic Declaration calling for the European Union to ban Hezbollah in totality and ignore the artificial distinction between its military and political wings. It's one terrorist body financed by Tehran. So after 40 years, people are tired. Many have suffered and many have died. But there is another future, a separation of religion and state, a pluralist society where intellectual pursuit and freedom of thought can excel, a society which recognises gender equality and abolishes the death penalty. I want the British government to be open in its support for Madame Rajavi's efforts to achieve that society. I say, don't give up. In the words of my late dear friend, Lord Robin Corbett of Castle Vale, Iran will be free. Thank you.